And welcome back. Today we have the PcCooler. This is the DC360 Pro ARGB display, AIO CPU cooler, super high performance. This thing is amazing. I gotta say, it is extremely nice. If you guys are interested in this one, shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com. I'll try to hook you guys up with a pretty good deal. Check the description below. I will leave a link. That way you guys can get something like this set up. So yeah, pretty nice. I'm going to show you guys how this thing works. So for the CPU socket, it does say Intel LGA 115X 1200, 1700, or 1851. It also does AMD AM4 and also AMD AM5. It has all the dimensions here for the water block, the fan, the screen, the radiator. Like, it sounds like I'm building a car here. This is pretty nuts. So okay, let's go ahead and open this guy up to see exactly what we get. Super stoked on this thing. I met these guys over at CES, and I gotta say, just talking to them on what they're doing, some very good stuff here. So first, the packaging actually looks really good. Here is going to be the, well, it's all already it's all connected, so let's go ahead and take everything out. Okay, so here is your block. As you can see, it's already all connected. And there is the block right there itself. It feels very nice. Very high end. On the other side, of course, you're going to have your fans. As you can see, everything just works really good. And it's going to be RGB. That way everything's all colored and everything, which I personally like a lot. You just connect these things to your device, and that should pretty much be it. And then all your water coolant's going to be running off through the cables and everything. It's going to be really simple to do. Now, this block right here, this is where it's going to sit, where your heat sink is supposed to be for your chip, and that's what keeps it cool. Make sure you put the paste and all there, and you lock everything in. And then, of course, it has this to power on, and then you'll have your display right here. So that's very simple and easy to do. If you guys know how to build a computer, it's very easy. This thing is very simple. You just lock it into your tower, and then you should be good to go. You do have another box here full of goodies, so make sure you do put this, there's this gel here that you put on the actual block right here, so that way it has some liquid on there. And then if you need any kind of adapters, that's what this is going to be, and also some instructions of how to load everything up and put everything in there. So let's go ahead and go over to the company's setup, so that way we can see exactly how they have it programmed, and then how you could program the screen, and that way you could see exactly how it works within your computer, and then what you can do with it. So let's go check it out. Okay, so here we are. We're at their office and finally got this thing set up. I'm pretty stoked because I've been always wanting to see how some of this stuff works, especially with like water coolant stuff. For me personally, I don't normally use water coolant, but I've always wanted to. So let me show you guys exactly how this looks like and how it works. Okay, so here we go. You have it all set up. So here's the block itself. And then everything is already built in with the water coolant, so you don't need to change it or nothing. I know some people like to dabble with it, so you would just have to take it apart and stuff like that here. But look at that screen, how nice it looks. Now the actual setup, this is actually very simple. You just want to find where your fans are going to sit depending on your case. So with at least with my home computer, I actually, instead of having it at the bottom, I have mine at the top. And here, I typically have all my drives. Here, I normally have all my drives. So what we did was we moved this thing over to the side. We pretty much put all the screws in, so that way it's locked in there. Again, everything's already inside for you. And then this is already built in, so that way it's set up. Here, you just have to find within your motherboard to line up the screws. So you just have to adjust it. And then once you plug it in, it's gonna just sit right there where your CPU is, and then just keep it cool. Very simple and easy to set up. It might take you maybe like 5 minutes to do this. And if you have somebody else, it might take you a little bit longer. But yeah, very simple. This setup is extremely nice and very easy. Now, I know people are gonna ask, well, how do I change this stuff? How do I
customize some of these features here. So if you can see here, right now we have this at Celsius, the CPU, GPU, it tells you the temperature, and then it has the picture. Now, I have the monitor already set up here, and this window right here, this is going to be the theme. It tells you exactly what it is. So if you want to switch the backgrounds, you click on this, and then you could choose whatever it is that you want. So we're gonna go ahead and click on this girl, and I'll bring it back here so you can see both. Right now it has the guy, and let me click on that girl. The second I click it, boom, look how fast that changes over. Let me do that one more time. I'll do a different one. Let's do this bright red one. Let me click it in 1, 2, 3, and boom, there you go. Pretty quick, just a few seconds. Now this one took a little bit longer because I don't know if you guys can see, but this one is actually a video. You could see some of the birds flying around. And here, it's also a video of some of the birds flying around. So let me see if I could lower the lighting. Check that out. That's very, very cool. So it's not just a picture display, it's also a video display. So very nice. Now, of course, you have some other features here. You got your color wheel. So depending on how you want to set this up, so you could use the selection, use, import, edit theme, delete, and export. If you want all the temperature here on the side, or if you want it different or removed completely, this is how you can do it. So right now, let's just switch it back to this theme. We could just put it back here instead of the video. And let's come over here to this side. Now here you do have your theme creator. You could do your start edit. You could do all kinds of stuff here, screen brightness. So depending on how bright or dim you want it, same thing with the angle. So if I switch it over to 180, it's gonna flip it upside down. So it just depends on how you have it set up. So that's how you're gonna be able to do it. You do have a reset, vertical, sleep, and awaken mode. So very nice. Of course, your information here, this will show you the number of processors, number of cores, number of logical processors, processor name. This one's running the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. Pretty good stuff here. So you can see your CPU, your GPU, your motherboard, memory. It's going to give you all the information on everything that you want for your computer, all right here within this one. And then of course you got your overview, which I personally love this look. This looks like almost like a car. You can see how the usage is, the power is, the disk, the temperatures, everything's going to be here. Now, if you do come here to settings, this is where you could change some of the stuff here. So depending on your language, you could change it to some of the languages here. So I know this one says Chinese, and I think this one is Korean, maybe. But we're gonna leave it to English. You got your temperature, so you could change it to Celsius or Fahrenheit. Start with Windows, open or close. So depending if you want this open or close. Also the close button, you want it minimized or exit. So personally, I like to just minimize it. And then of course, close the device screen 1 minute after exiting. Export the log, check for updates, and then import any hardware. It's extremely simple on how to use this stuff, so very nice. So let me know what you guys think. Always try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. If you guys are looking to build your computer and do it water coolant, these guys have some really amazing stuff on the market today. They do have some other models, some newer stuff that's dropping right now, so I'm gonna try to get some more videos on them here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.